The gavel slammed like a thunderclap, echoing through the packed federal courtroom in Washington, D.C., where 17-year-old Alex Thompson stood trembling in the defendant's box, his world crumbling under the weight of merciless scrutiny. Accused of vandalism during a heated protested desperate act born from years of hidden pain, Alex felt the judge's piercing gaze and the prosecutor's venomous words branding him not just as a criminal, but as a deviant whose lifestyle choices had led him astray, igniting whispers of shame that burned hotter than any fire. But in that suffocating moment, as the room hung on the edge of condemnation, a deep voice boomed from the prosecution table. "Your Honor, I must intervene. This boy is my son." Alex's heart stopped. He whipped his head around, locking eyes with U.S. Attorney Robert Thompson, the man who'd raised him with ironclad expectations of perfection, the father who'd never known her, perhaps never wanted to know, the secret Alex had buried deep inside. Robert, at 50, was a pillar of the legal world. Tall, broad-shouldered, with salt and pepper hair and a reputation for dismantling criminals without a flicker of mercy. Yet here he was, rising slowly, his face a storm of conflict, as the courtroom erupted in gasps. It all started 2 years earlier in the quiet suburbs of Arlington, Virginia, where Alex grew up in a home that screamed American dream on the surface. Robert worked long hours at the Department of Justice, prosecuting high-profile cases that made headlines, while Alex's mother, Elena, a dedicated teacher, filled their days with family dinners and weekend barbecues. But beneath the facade, Alex wrestled with a truth that gnawed at him. He was gay. At 15, he'd first felt the pull toward boys, a flutter in his chest during gym class when he'd catch sight of classmates like Jamie Rodriguez, the new kid from Miami with his easy smile and athletic build. Jamie, 16 at the time, had transferred to Alex's high school mid-semester, bringing a splash of color to the monotonous halls. With olive skin, curly black hair, and eyes that sparkled like the ocean, Jamie was openly out, wearing a small rainbow pin on his backpack without apology. Alex envied that freedom. Their first real conversation happened in the library, where Alex was hiding from a group of bullies who'd started calling him Fairy after he fumbled a football in PE. "You're Alex, right? The guy who aced that history test," Jamie had said, sliding into the seat across from him. Alex nodded, cheeks flushing. "Yeah. And you're Jamie. From Florida. Miami, born and raised. Hotter than here, but the people are just as mixed." Jamie grinned, leaning in. "Saw those jerks giving you crap earlier. Don't let 'em get to you. They're just insecure." From that day, a friendship bloomed, tentative at first, then deepening into something electric. Late-night texts turned into stolen moments behind the bleachers, where their hands brushed and hearts raced. By summer, they shared their first kiss under the stars at a local park, the world fading away as Alex finally felt seen. Jamie, now 18, became his anchor, whispering promises of a future where they didn't have to hide. But home was a different story. Robert, a conservative-leaning prosecutor shaped by a military upbringing, often ranted about moral decay in society during dinner. "The country's going soft," he'd say, shaking his head at news stories about pride parades or same-sex marriages. Elena, more empathetic but conflict-averse, would change the subject, sensing Alex's discomfort but never probing. Alex tried to conform. He joined the debate team, excelled in academics, even dated a girl named Sarah for a month to throw off suspicion. But the pressure built like a dam ready to burst. When his school announced its first LGBTQ+ Alliance Club, Alex attended secretly, heart-pounding. There, he met others like him, teens navigating identity in a world that still judged harshly. One evening, Robert discovered a pride sticker on Alex's laptop. "What's this garbage?" he demanded, holding it up like evidence in a trial. "It's nothing, Dad. Just from school," Alex stammered, his voice cracking. Robert's face hardened. "Don't bring that nonsense into this house. We're a normal family." Those words haunted Alex, fueling a rebellion that simmered. He confided in Jamie, who urged him to come out when ready. "Your dad's tough, but he's your dad. He loves you." Doubtful, Alex pushed back. leading to the incident that landed him in court. It was during a heated anti-discrimination rally in D.C., where protesters clashed with counter-demonstrators. Alex, fueled by frustration, spray-painted a rainbow flag on a government building, a symbol of defiance against the hypocrisy he saw in his own life. Caught on camera, he was arrested for vandalism, a federal offense given the location. The trial became a spectacle. Media swarmed, painting Alex as a troubled youth, his sexuality dragged into the spotlight by a zealous defense attorney trying to argue bias. But the prosecutor hammered him, using Alex's alternative lifestyle to question his character. As Robert stood now, the room fell silent. "Alex is my son," he repeated, voice steady but eyes glistening. "And I've failed him." The judge, a stern woman in her 60s named Judge Harlan, banged her gavel. "Mr. Thompson, this is highly irregular. You're the U.S. attorney assigned to this case. I recuse myself, Your Honor, but I can't stand by while my boy is shamed for who he is." Alex's knees buckled. Whispers turned to murmurs. Elena, in the gallery, clutched her purse, tears streaming. Jamie sat beside her, his hand on her arm, hope flickering in his eyes. Robert approached the bench, petitioning for a recess. Granted, the family retreated to a side room, where truths long buried erupted. "How long have you known?" Robert asked Alex, his prosecutor facade cracking. "I didn't know how to tell you," Alex whispered. "You always said, 'I know what I said, and I'm sorry.'" Robert pulled him into a hug, the first real one in years. "I love you, son, no matter what." But redemption wasn't instant. As the trial resumed, Robert's revelations sparked backlash. Colleagues questioned his impartiality. Media dug into his past statements. Alex, meanwhile, grappled with forgiveness, his relationship with Jamie tested by the chaos. In the days that followed, flashbacks flooded Alex's mind. He remembered summers in the Hamptons, where Robert taught him to fish, sharing stories of his own youth. "Life's about justice, Alex. Fighting for what's right." Ironically, that lesson now turned inward. Jamie supported Alex through therapy sessions, where he unpacked years of suppression. Their love grew, stolen dates turning into open walks hand in hand. Yet tension mounted. A conservative group protested outside the courthouse, signs blaring hate. Inside, witnesses testified against Alex, one claiming his deviance motivated the crime. Robert, sidelined but influential, worked behind scenes, advocating for leniency. "This isn't just about vandalism," he told the new prosecutor. "It's about a kid crying for acceptance." As closing arguments loomed, Alex confided in Jamie. "What if Dad regrets this?" "He won't. He's changing for you." The climax hit when Judge Harlan called for final statements. Alex took the stand, voice trembling. "I did it because I was angry at hiding, at feeling wrong. But I'm not wrong. I'm just me." Robert, from the gallery now, nodded proudly. The verdict: community service, no jail time. But the real win was afterward, when Robert embraced both Alex and Jamie. "Welcome to the family," he said to Jamie, a small smile breaking through. Life shifted. Robert attended Pride events. Elena hosted dinners with Jamie's family. Alex, empowered, spoke at schools about acceptance. Yet scars lingered. One night, Alex and Jamie sat on a DC bench watching the Potomac. "Think we'll make it?" Alex asked. Jamie kissed him. "We already have." Months after the trial, the echoes of that courtroom drama still reverberated through Alex's life, a constant reminder that acceptance was a journey, not a destination. Washington, D.C., with its grand monuments and bustling streets, felt both liberating and overwhelming as Alex navigated senior year at high school, his story now a whispered legend among peers. Jamie, ever the steadfast partner, walked beside him, their hands intertwined openly for the first time, drawing stares that ranged from supportive smiles to narrowed eyes of disapproval. Robert's transformation was the most profound. The once unyielding U.S. attorney began attending support groups for parents of LGBTQ+ children, his prosecutorial skills now turned toward advocacy. I prosecuted the wrong enemies for too long, he confessed one evening over dinner in their Arlington home, where the air smelled of Elena's homemade lasagna. Bigotry hides in plain sight, even in our own hearts. Elena nodded, her eyes soft. We're all learning, Robert. Alex taught us that. But not everyone adapted so gracefully. At school, a group of conservative students, led by a bully named Kyle from the football team, ramped up their harassment. Freak show? Kyle sneered in the hallway, shoving Alex against a locker. Jamie stepped in, fists clenched. Back off, or you'll regret it. The confrontation escalated into a school assembly on tolerance, where Alex was asked to speak. Standing before hundreds, he shared his story. The fear of coming out, the trial's humiliation, his father's redemption. Shame doesn't define us, he said, voice steady. Love does. Applause thundered, but Kyle's glare lingered, a seed of future conflict. Meanwhile, Alex and Jamie's romance deepened amid the cherry blossoms of spring. They picnicked in Rock Creek Park, sharing dreams. Jamie, aspiring to be a journalist, wanted to expose injustices. Alex, inspired by his father, eyed law school. We'll change the world together, Jamie whispered, pulling Alex close for a kiss that tasted of hope and honey. Yet shadows crept in. Robert faced professional backlash, a demotion whisper campaign from colleagues who viewed his personal bias as a weakness. One night, he came home late, tie loosened, face drawn. They want me to step down from a big case, he admitted. Alex felt guilty. Because of me? No, son. Because of them. I'll fight it. The fight spilled into family therapy, where raw emotions surfaced. I resented you for so long, Alex told Robert. Your words made me hate myself. Robert's eyes welled. I was blind. Forgiving myself is harder than forgiving others. Elena mediated, her own regrets bubbling up. I saw the signs but stayed silent. I'm sorry, Alex. Healing came in waves. Jamie's family, a vibrant Latino household in nearby Silver Spring, Maryland, offered contrast. His parents, Maria and Carlos, welcomed Alex with open arms, their home filled with salsa music and laughter. Mi casa es tu casa, Maria said, hugging him. Over empanadas, they shared stories of immigration and resilience, reminding Alex that families came in all forms. As summer approached, tension peaked with Pride Month. DC's parade was a kaleidoscope of colors, but threats loomed from online trolls targeting Alex's story. Robert insisted on security, but Alex refused to hide. This is who I am. At the parade, rainbow flags waved under the June sun. Alex and Jamie marched hand in hand, Robert and Elena beside Thema family united. But midway, Kyle and his crew appeared, shouting slurs and throwing water balloons filled with paint. Chaos ensued. Police intervened, arresting Kyle for assault. In the aftermath, Alex pressed charges, turning the tables. No more silence, he declared. The incident made national news, drawing support from celebrities and activists. Robert used his platform to speak out, his voice booming in interviews. Protecting our children means embracing them fully. Jamie's article on the event went viral, his words painting Alex as a hero. In a world of hate, love wins, he wrote. But intimacy tested them too. One evening in Jamie's room, as rain pattered outside, they explored their connection, deeper, tender touches, whispered affections, always respectful, always consensual. I love you, Jamie said, their foreheads touching. I love you too, Alex replied, a weight lifting. Yet doubt crept in. With college applications looming, Jamie got accepted to NYU, while Alex aimed for Georgetown. What if distance breaks us? Alex worried. We'll make it work, Jamie assured. Our story's just beginning. Robert's case resolved in his favor, a victory celebrated with a family trip to the beach in Rehoboth, Delaware, a gay-friendly haven. There, under the boardwalk lights, Robert pulled Alex aside. I'm proud of you, son. Every day. Tears flowed. Thanks, Dad. As waves crashed, the family bonded, laughter mingling with the sea's roar. But back in D.C., A new storm brewed. An anonymous letter threatening exposure of Robert's past indiscretions, fabricated lies to discredit him. Alex discovered it first, heart racing. We have to fight back. Together, they traced it to a disgruntled colleague, leading to an internal investigation. Justice prevailed, but the scare underscored vulnerability. Through it all, Alex grew. He volunteered at an LGBTQ+ youth center, mentoring kids like his younger self. One mentee, a 14-year-old named Mia, shared her trans journey. "You're brave," Alex told her. "So are you," she replied. Jamie's presence grounded him. Their dates, movies at the National Mall, hikes in Shenandoah wove romance into routine. "Forever?" Alex asked one starlit night. "Forever," Jamie promised. As fall neared, the family prepared for Alex's 18th birthday, a milestone of freedom. But whispers of a larger threat emerged. A bill in Congress aiming to roll back LGBTQ+ rights. Robert lobbied against it. Alex testified in hearings. Their voices amplified, sparking change. The bill stalled, a small win in a big fight. In quiet moments, Alex reflected on his journey from shame to strength, isolation to love. With Jamie's hand in his, the future gleamed. Autumn leaves painted DC in hues of gold and crimson, mirroring the fiery passion igniting within Alex as he embraced his advocacy role, but also the lingering embers of past wounds that refused to fully heal. At 18 now, Alex balanced college classes at Georgetown University with speaking engagements, his story inspiring crowds at rallies and panels. Jamie, commuting from NYU on weekends, became his rock. Their long-distance love tested but thriving through video calls filled with laughter and longing. Robert's office buzzed with renewed purpose. Promoted despite the scandals, he spearheaded a task force on hate crimes, drawing from personal experience. "Every case is someone's child," he told his team, eyes fierce. Elena, inspired, started a support group at her school for LGBTQ+ students and parents. "Change starts at home," she said. But harmony fractured when an old family secret surfaced. During Thanksgiving in Arlington, Robert's estranged brother, Uncle Frank, a staunch conservative from Texas, visited unannounced. "Heard about your rainbow family," Frank sneered over turkey. "Disgraceful." Tension crackled. Alex defended himself. "It's not a phase, Uncle. It's me." Frank laughed bitterly. "Your dad's gone soft. Used to be a real man." Robert stood. "Get out. Family doesn't judge like that." Frank left in a huff, but his words stung, reopening old insecurities. Alex retreated to his room, Jamie calling immediately. "Don't let him win. You're stronger." They met midway in Philadelphia for a weekend escape, wandering historic streets hand in hand. At Independence Hall, Jamie proposed a promise ring. "Until we're ready for more," he said, slipping it on Alex's finger. Tears welled. Yes. Romance bloomed amid challenges. Back in DC, a winter storm trapped them in Alex's dorm, leading to cozy nights of shared dreams and gentle intimacy, their bond deepening without rush. Professionally, Robert faced a high-stakes case, prosecuting a hate group responsible for attacks on Pride events. Evidence linked them to the parade incident. Alex volunteered as a witness, testifying with poise. "Hate doesn't silence, use it fuels us." The trial was grueling, media frenzy echoing Alex's own ordeal. Kyle, the school bully, turned state's witness, revealing his involvement under pressure. Redemption arcs intertwined. Kyle apologized privately. "I was wrong, scared of my own feelings." Alex forgave but cautiously. Change takes action. Robert's closing argument was masterful, securing convictions. Celebrations followed, but exhaustion hit. Robert confided in Alex, "This work, it's for you." Christmas brought joy. The family decorated with rainbow lights, inviting Jamie's clan. Laughter filled the air, cultures blending in feasts of tamales and gingerbread. Yet personal storms brewed. Jamie struggled with NYU's demands, depression creeping in. "Feels like I'm failing," he admitted during a call. Alex rushed to New York, holding him through the night. "You're not alone." We'll get help. Therapy helped Jamie, their love a lifeline. Spring brought renewal. Alex interned at the DOJ, shadowing Robert. Like father, like son, colleagues joked. But a scandal erupted. Leaked emails from Robert's past showed homophobic remarks from his early career. Media pounced. Hypocrite, headlines screamed. Robert addressed it publicly. I was wrong then. My son's courage changed me. Support poured in, but detractors rallied. Protests outside their home forced security measures. Alex stood by his father. We've both grown. Jamie wrote an op-ed defending Robert, going viral. Amid chaos, they escaped to the Blue Ridge Mountains for a hike. Nature's serenity healed. Remember our first kiss? Jamie asked. How could I forget? Alex replied, pulling him close. Intimacy under the stars reaffirmed their commitment. Back home, the family rallied. Elena organized a community event, turning negativity to positivity. As summer dawned, Alex reflected on growth. From shame teen to empowered young man, his journey inspired others. A surprise, Robert nominated for a judgeship. If confirmed, I'll ensure justice for all. Alex beamed. You deserve it, Dad. With Jamie, plans for cohabitation post-graduation excited them. Our own place, Jamie dreamed. Love, once hidden, now shone brightly. The sweltering heat of a DC summer mirrored the intensifying pressures on Alex's life, where advocacy work clashed with personal desires, creating a tapestry of triumph and trial that tested every bond. At Georgetown, Alex majored in political science, his grades soaring as he channeled experiences into essays on equality. Jamie, thriving at NYU with therapy's help, visited often. Their weekends a blend of museum hops and lazy park days. Love letters exchanged in between. Robert's judgeship confirmation hearings loomed, a gauntlet of scrutiny. Senators grilled him on past views. How can we trust your impartiality? One asked. Robert responded earnestly. My evolution is my strength. I've seen hates cost firsthand through my son. Alex watched from the gallery, heart swelling with pride. Elena supported quietly, her group expanding to district-wide impact. But family fractures reemerged. Uncle Frank sued for defamation after Robert's public disavowal. A frivolous claim dismissed but draining. Alex confronted Frank via video. Why hate us? Frank paused. Fear, I guess. But your family. A tentative truce formed, seeds of change planted. Romance with Jamie hit a rough patch. Distance bred jealousy when Jamie befriended a classmate. Just friends, Jamie assured. Alex, insecure, argued. Prove it. Reconciliation came in a surprise visit, tears and talks mending fissures. You're my everything, Jamie said. Their physical connection, always mutual and caring, reaffirmed trust. Professionally, Alex led a campus pride event, drawing thousands. A counter-protest turned violent, police intervening. Alex was bruised but unbowed. We persist. Media coverage boosted his profile. Offers for books and speeches poured in. Robert's confirmation passed narrowly, a victory celebrated with a backyard party. Toasts flowed, Jamie proposing one. To family chosen and blood. Fall semester brought new challenges. Alex's mentee Mia faced bullying. He advocated for her, leading to school policy changes. Jamie's journalism internship in D.C. allowed more time together. They explored neighborhoods like DuPont Circle, the heart of gay D.C., holding hands freely. Intimacy evolved, conversations on future marriage, kids sparking dreams. A crisis hit when Elena was diagnosed with early-stage cancer. Fear gripped the family. Robert took leave, Alex paused studies. Jamie moved in temporarily, cooking meals and offering comfort. We'll beat this, Elena said, strong despite chemo. Support groups helped. Community rallied. Through it, bonds strengthened. Robert and Alex shared late-night talks. I almost lost you, Robert admitted. But you didn't, Alex replied. Jamie's presence was invaluable. You're part of us now, Elena told him. Recovery came slowly, Elena ringing the bell after treatment. Thanksgiving was grateful, focused on health and love. Winter holidays sparkled. A trip to New York for Jamie's family Christmas blended traditions. Back home, Alex proposed to Jamie under mistletoe. Not yet official, but someday. Jamie accepted, rings exchanged. As New Year dawned, resolutions formed. Advocate louder, love deeper. Robert, now Judge Thompson, presided over his first Casey discrimination suit with fairness. Alex returned to school inspired. Life's drama continued, but resilience prevailed. Winter's chill gripped D.C., symbolizing the cold realities Alex faced as his advocacy grew, intersecting with personal milestones that demanded courage beyond the courtroom. Graduating Georgetown loomed, Alex's thesis on LGBTQ+ rights earning accolades. Jamie, finishing NYU, secured a job at a D.C. news outlet, their cohabitation dreams becoming reality in a cozy Adams Morgan apartment. Robert, settled as judge, mentored young lawyers, his chambers a hub of progressive thought. Elena, in remission, resumed teaching with vigor. But external threats persisted. A national wave of anti-LGBTQ+ legislation targeted schools and healthcare. Alex lobbied on Capitol Hill, testifying before committees. These bills shame kids like I was shamed, he argued. Protests followed. Alex at the forefront, Jamie reporting live. One rally turned chaotic. Arrests made. Alex was detained briefly, echoing his past. Robert bailed him, worried. Be safe, son. I have to fight, Alex replied. Romance provided solace. Apartment life meant domestic bliss, cooking disasters, movie nights, tender mornings. This is home, Jamie said. Their love, passionate and supportive, navigated adulthood's complexities. A surprise, Jamie's article series on Alex's story won awards, leading to a book deal co-authored by them. Writing Unearthed Memories. Alex recalled his coming-out fear, the trial's humiliation, Robert's stand. Calling you my son was my proudest moment, Robert said during a family dinner. Spring brought weddings. Friends tied the knot. Alex and Jamie discussed theirs. When we're ready, they agreed. Elena's health scare inspired a family vacation to Hawaii, beaches healing souls. There, Robert shared his own youth struggles. I suppressed feelings too. Fear ruled me. Revelation deepened understanding. Back in D.C., a major case landed on Robert's docket, challenging a discriminatory law. Conflict of interest loomed, but he recused ethically. Alex supported plaintiffs, his testimony pivotal. The law was struck down, cheers echoing. Summer pride was triumphant. Alex led the parade float, family waving flags. But personal loss hit. Mia's family rejected her. She ran away. Alex found her, offering shelter. You're safe here. Adoption talks ensued. Mia joined foster care with supportive kin. Jamie's career soared. Promotions came. Their relationship matured. Challenges like work stress tested but strengthened. Anniversary celebrated with a romantic getaway to Key West. Vows renewed. As fall approached, Alex pursued law school at Harvard. Jamie supportive despite distance fears. We've beaten worse, Jamie said. Family send-off was emotional. Proud of you, Robert beamed. New chapter began, heart full. Harvard's ivy-covered halls welcomed Alex in the crisp Boston fall. A new arena where intellectual rigor met the ongoing battle for self and society, weaving threads of distance into his tapestry of love and legacy. Law school demanded all. Late nights studying cases on civil rights, Alex drew from his life's drama. Jamie visited monthly, their reunions fiery with passion missed during weeks apart. Boston suits you, Jamie teased, exploring the city. Robert called weekly, offering advice. Justice is personal, remember that. Elena sent care packages, her health stable. But isolation crept. Peers admired Alex's story, but some envied, leading to rivalries. A moot court competition pitted him against a homophobic opponent who mocked his past. Shame teen turned lawyer? The rival sneered. Alex won, channeling anger into eloquence. Advocacy continued remotely. He consulted on national cases. Winter break brought homecoming. DC snow blanketed memories. Family reunited. Jamie proposed formally on Christmas Eve, ring gleaming. "Marry me?" "Yes," Alex cried, embraces shared. Wedding planning began, joy amid logistics. Spring semester challenged. A health scare. Alex's anxiety flared into panic attacks. Therapy helped. Jamie flew up. "Lean on me." Intimacy soothed. Their bond unbreakable. Robert's court faced a landmark LGBTQ+ case. His ruling upheld rights, making headlines. Proud, Alex attended the announcement. Summer internship at a Boston firm focused on equality law. Jamie joined for weeks, apartment a love nest. A crisis. Uncle Frank reached out, coming out as bi. "Your courage inspired me." Reconciliation healed old wounds. Fall wedding approached. Venue. A DC garden. Rainbow accents. Vows exchanged tearfully. "From shame to this," Alex whispered. Honeymoon in Europe. Paris lights. Venice canals. Romance peaked. Back. Life settled. Alex excelled. Jamie's career thrived. Family expanded. Adopting a dog. Plans for kids. Challenges persisted. Political shifts threatened rights. They fought on, united. Post-wedding bliss enveloped Alex and Jamie in a cocoon of marital joy. But the world outside Boston's academic bubble brewed storms that demanded their vigilant defense of hard-won freedoms. Second-year law school intensified. Alex clerking for a progressive judge. Jamie commuted. Their home a sanctuary of shared dreams. Robert retired partially, writing a memoir on redemption. Elena traveled, embracing life. But a national crisis erupted. Supreme Court case on marriage equality revisited. Alex briefed amicus, his voice influential. Protests nationwide. They marched together. Personal joy. Pregnancy announcement from surrogacy plans. A boy due in spring. Excitement mixed with fear. Winter brought trials. Jamie's job loss in media layoffs. Supportive Alex encouraged. "We'll rebuild." Jamie freelanced, succeeding. Spring birth. Baby Liam arrived, cries filling hearts. Parenthood transformed them. Sleepless nights, endless love. Robert and Elena doted as grandparents. Summer family trips to lakeside cabins fostered bonds. Advocacy amped. Alex graduated, bar exam passed. Job at ACLU in DC, family relocating. Homecoming celebrated. Challenges. Liam's health scare, resolved. Community support buoyed. Fall elections threatened rights. They campaigned. Victory sweet. Life's rhythm. Family, work, love. With Liam toddling through their DC home, Alex's career at the ACLU soared, tackling cases that echoed his youth, blending professional zeal with paternal tenderness in a life rich with purpose. High-profile lawsuits on trans rights dominated days. Jamie authored a bestseller on their story. Robert consulted, wisdom shared. Elena volunteered abroad. But backlash, death threats from extremists, security heightened, resilience tested, personal growth, therapy ongoing. Summer pride with Liam, flags waving. Romance reignited date nights. Fall brought adoption. A sister for Liam, Mia joining permanently. Family complete. Holidays joyful. Winter reflection. From court shame to this abundance. Gratitude profound. Years unfolded like chapters in an epic novel. Alex now a seasoned lawyer arguing before the Supreme Court. His journey from shamed teen to justice champion inspiring generations. Liam and Mia grew, schooled in empathy. Jamie directed documentaries. Robert enjoyed retirement, golfing. Elena wrote children's books on acceptance. Challenges. Political regressions fought vigorously. Personal. Mia's coming out as non-binary, supported fully. Weddings, graduations marked time. Love with Jamie endured, passionate as ever. Reflection on trial. That day saved us, Alex told Robert. Love did, Robert replied. Legacy built. In the twilight of their story, as grandchildren played in the Arlington yard, Alex looked back on a life defined by transformation from a courtroom of shame to halls of enduring love and justice. Robert, Frail but wise, shared final words. You made me better, son. Passing peacefully, his legacy lived on. Alex and Jamie, graying but hand in hand, continued advocating. At a Pride event, Alex spoke, "My father's stand taught me, love conquers all." Crowd cheered, rainbow flags waving. Home with family, peace reigned. A meaningful end, acceptance eternal. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.